In this introduction, we're going to talk about, this is for 8.3.3, so lesson number 3. We're going to look at proportional graphs, building them from tables. We did this once again, this is a review from last year. So what we have to do is we have to do the exact same thing. Over here we have a table, and here we have our graph. So we're going to go ahead and plot the points on the graph, and then from that we can determine our equation. So first one we have is 6, 30. There's my first point. Then 10, 50. Then 12, 60. And then 16, 80. So the first thing we need to do is check, is it really proportional? Well, let's find out. We're going to start here at 0, 0, and we're going to see if we can create a line that would go through the center of every point. Check that out. So we know it's proportional. We know it starts at 0, 0. We know that every point on this table is on the graph. And we've labeled the table x comma y, or xy, and we could simply do the same thing if we were to write it. We could go, first point would be 6, 30, and so on and so forth. But what we're going to do is, first we have to figure out our rise over our run. We have to figure out our slope so that we can write an equation. Well, we're still going to go up, and it says go up to this line right here. So I'm going to go up to that line. Note, what I want you to notice is these are counting by tens. They're not counting by ones. Make sure that when you understand that, you have to read the line to determine what the points on that are. Even those are by 10, these are all down here done by ones. So the first thing I know is my rise. I'm going to go up 10, 20, 30. I'm going to go ahead and write it over the line. And then I'm going to go down to that point right there. So it looks like my slope is 30 over 6. Well, 30 over 6 we know simplifies because 5 goes into 36 times. And we know that, 6, that was silly. 6 goes into 35 times. And 6 goes into 6 one time. So there's my actual slope. 30 over 6 is okay. I would accept it. But we just also need to remember that we need to learn how to reduce. Another way we could find this was plug it into my calculator. Simply by plugging it into my calculator, I get 30 divided by 6 equals 5. Let's check these other ones just to see if they're all the same way. Because we know when it's on a proportional line, every point should be exactly the same. So let's look. So we have 50 divided by 10, that's 5. 60 divided by 12, that's 5. 16 divided by 80, 80 divided by 16 is 5. So we know they're all 5. So that's good. First thing we know is they all have the same change, same rate of change. So here's my rate of change, or my slope, and my equation. Remember, whatever y is equal to whatever 5 times 1 times the x. In other words, look, if we plugged in 8 for x, 5 times 8 would be 40. So we come over here and we can see, oh, look, check it out. There's a point that's at 8, 40.